Here's the good, better, and best of Wi-Fi mesh systems. So stop wasting your time choosing the wrong one. So we have 3 different mesh systems here: the Eero, the Deco, and a Ubiquiti system. Each of them we're going to go into 3 different features, categorize them into good, better, and best, and from there you can choose which one you would like.
Excellent. Yeah, you want to kick us off with the Eero?
Yeah, let's go.
Eero.
Let's kick us off with the Eero. So we're gonna go ahead.
Not to be confused with Eero.
Oh, but I love those.
Those are good.
They're delicious. So we're gonna go ahead and go into 3 different things that I think is the most, not the most important, but I think is a very good stat to have, which is your Wi-Fi band, your coverage, and then maybe just a fun little feature that each one of them has.
Ooh. Spicy.
So, first for the Eero. Oh,
the Eero.
not the Eero. The Eero. It has a 2.4 gigahertz band and a 5 gigahertz band. For those of you who don't know what that is,
What does that even mean?
exactly. I'm going to explain it something like this. A 2.4 gigahertz band is a frequency band. Basically, the waves that kind of go through your walls and through your body. They send out...
That are known to cause cancer.
that are known to cause cancer. No. Some people will actually... Anyways.
Okay, well, I guess we're going to edit that out.
So, some of these frequency bands are faster, some of them are slower, and they have different properties for each. So your 2.4 gigahertz band goes ahead and it can reach farther lengths, so it can go spread out farther, but it's typically a little bit slower. And our 5 gigahertz band can go in shorter distance, so it drops off a little bit shorter, but it has a lot faster speeds. So there's pros and cons. Typically what I see, or what I recommend, is that you have all of your non-essential / necessary stuff on your 2.4 gigahertz, which is basically your printers, your
employees, your guests.
Yeah. So true.
That way you can keep the 5 gigahertz network for yourself.
Dude, okay, I know we're laughing, but this is literally what we see all the time. So your 2.4 gigahertz is your printers.
It's like a guest network.
Yeah, your Nest, your smart anything, your vacuums, your, all that stuff. And then your 5 gigahertz, you usually want it to be your phone, your laptop, your TVs, your gaming station, anything that's yours and only yours.
Nice.
So, the coverage, which I kind of found interesting, and this might be some marketing jargon or whatever, but on the Eero website, I'm going to say Eero now, look what you did.
The Eero and the kebab website.
Yeah, the Eero and the kebab website
for Greek food.
For I was trying to think of what to turn Amazon into. A Greek Amazon.
I can't think of it.
Yeah, anyways. For 2 nodes, it covers 2,000 square foot.
What's a node?
Good question. A node is basically that system that you get and you put around the house. If you go ahead and put one of those Wi-Fi things, people will call it like Wi-Fi routers or just a Wi-Fi thing.
Or extender.
Yeah, extender or mesh.
Or they might even call it just a Eero.
Yeah.
Like this Eero.
Euro. Yeah.
This bureau.
So 2 of those cover 2,000 square feet of your home. But the interesting that I found is they say it's a 22 to 28 foot radius. And I was like, that makes absolutely no sense. If you can go 22 to 28 feet, how does that work for your speeds and stuff like that? I did some not girl math, not boy math. This is marketing math. So I was like, okay, this is how it goes. If you put one mesh here, and the other mesh here, you technically are getting this square of coverage.
Or circle.
Or circle, but most houses aren't a circle, so let's say square. Or L. I don't know. But this thing of coverage, right? And so if the radius goes out here and the radius goes out here, you technically can cover 2,000 square feet. So that's how they do that's how they do their marketing math.
This plant is here for my entertainment.
So take a shot every single time I knock down a plant. But
it's a drinking game.
But it's 120 devices can be connected to this, and it doubles up as a smart home hub. So you don't have to have a dedicated Matter, Amazon, Alexa, Show, whatever, all those things. You can just have this, and it'll be your two-in-one if you needed a cheap, quick starter smart home product.
Nice. We love smart homes. Okay.
Do you know that guy that... on topic but off topic, guys. You know that guy that he's like, damn, this is so good.
And this is why Isaac breaks his glasses all the time.
I have 5 pairs, so
Wow.
we're good. But
How many of those 5 pairs are broken?
none. It's been 3 years since I broke my last.
Wow.
I know, crazy.
That is crazy.
It's ever since I got my insurance. I was like, it's not fun anymore to pay thousands.
And that's what insurance is for.
Uh,
Well, so we just talked about the Eero, or the Euro.
Or the kebab.
So there's going to be a little bit of some repeat information, but also some things a little bit different because this is a new product that we're talking about.
Okay.
So we have this is the Deco.
Ooh, Deco.
The Deco. The Deco.
What is up with the Euro, the Deco?
I don't know. They're very, I don't know. How would you describe those names? Are they kind of like, I mean, Deco makes me think of like gecko.
100 of them?
Like maybe like 100 geckos? Maybe like there's a frog on the floor or something? I don't know. But anyways, let's get back on track here. We have, the Deco that we have. Also, one thing that we didn't mention earlier, all of the devices that we chose for this in a comparison, they're all generally around the same price range. And that price range would be somewhere between $200 to $300.
We don't know. It could change.
Generally.
It could change.
And
Actually,
yeah.
4 months ago, the Decos were like $800. So just check online.
Yeah, check online. But basically, the Deco here, it's got tri-band. So it actually, we talked about dual band just a minute ago, which is 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz.
So it's
This one has tri-band.
Is that like the sweatband here, and here?
That's like when you have a sweatband on this arm.
Yeah.
Sweatband on this arm.
Yeah.
And a sweatband across your forehead.
That guy's tri-band.
That's a tri-banding.
Yeah.
So this network has a 2.4, a 5,
Ooh,
and a 6.
wow.
Yeah.
What's the difference between 6? So if 2.4 is slow, and 5 is fast, and then 2.4 is...
Think of it this way.
Yeah.
The 2.4, the 5, and the 6. The best way that I can explain it is actually, I want you to think about your cell phones.
I have one of those.
Everyone has a cell phone, right? So think about your cell phone. It doesn't matter if you have AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile. You have a cell phone, and somewhat frequently we go from 4G to 4G LTE to 5G to 5G UHD LTE or whatever, like 5
AK.
whatever. So think about it in that way, and as Wi-Fi keeps progressing, we're gonna keep having these new bands, but this router has to, or this device that's broadcasting a wireless network, it has to keep 2.3 bands because there's some devices out there that only are capable to connect to 2.4 gigahertz band. Like, the first thing that I think of is my Ring doorbell camera. It can only connect to a 2.4 gigahertz network. Some printers, there's devices that can only still connect to a 2.4. And there are devices out there that can't connect to a 6 gigahertz network. Like, for instance, my phone. My phone will not connect to a 6
Really?
gigahertz network, yes.
Time for an upgrade, buddy.
Yep, time for an upgrade.
So we still don't know, what does the 6 do?
So the 6 basically, we're just going to start from the top. We're going to start with range. So the range of these different networks, which we've already talked about the 2.4, which it can go the furthest.
Yep, okay.
We talked about the 5, it can go further than 2.4. Or no, it can go shorter.
Okay.
Sorry, scratch that. 2.4 can go the furthest, 5 goes slightly shorter, but still decent coverage. The 6 gigahertz network goes a shorter distance than the 5. Yeah, so the 6 gigahertz network goes even shorter of a distance than the 5. So think about it as like your Wi-Fi icon. The 2.4 is that last ring all the way on the outside, and then you go in one step, that's the 5. The 6 is that last ring if it was a distance.
But on the inverse, we usually think the lower that bar is, the slower speed you get. In this case, it's reverse.
In this case, it's actually reverse. So your 2.4 is actually the slowest network out of the different gigahertz options of the tri-band, the trifecta of bands that are working with each other. 2.4 is the slowest. 5 is slightly faster. 6 is the fastest.
Honestly, I can't wait till Deco gets 100 of these bands.
Yeah, we're going to have a 100 band network.
We're going to have 100 band Deco.
1,000 band geckos.
Decos.
Band decos. And then basically so think about this next part, the interface, or interference, sorry. Think about interference. What does interference mean? Usually it means something is causing issues in some way, causing like an interference, or something's, disrupting the transfer of something. So interference, 2.4 is the crowded network. So think about when your phone switches over to like 4G, that frequency is very crowded. So maybe like we could also say it's heavily saturated. So the more saturation, the slower the speeds. It's like trying to walk through mud opposed to just walking through air. The mud is harder to walk through.
I can walk through
If you're just
air.
walking on the the street, you're walking, there's no interference there, you're just cruising. And then the 5 gigahertz network is slightly less crowded. So it's less crowded than the 2.4, but it's not as open and as available as the 5 gigahertz network, because folks like myself who haven't upgraded their phone yet, and they can't even be on the 6 gigahertz network, because basically it's like, hey, spend a little bit of money, update your phone, you get access to the 6 gigahertz network.
It's kind of like 5G, when you need to upgrade to get your phone on 5G.
Exactly the same thing. And then basically the compatibility. So pretty much most devices are compatible with the 2.4 gigahertz network. Now, does that mean that you want to be connected to the 2.4? Probably not. I'd say you'd rather be connected to the 5 because you're going to get faster speeds. And what would those faster speeds look like on the 5 gigahertz? You're usually going to see somewhere between 200 to 700 megabytes. Typically.
Depending on your plan.
Depending on what your plan is. It could be less if you have 150, but you're gonna see more than your 20 or, on the 2.4. The 2.4 is just slower, but it can go further, but it's there for the devices that still need it. The 5 gigahertz is like the more well-rounded one that everyone can really use. The 6, some devices aren't compatible with it yet, or they will never be compatible, and you just need to update your phone like I do.
You want to do coverage?
So the one last thing I wanted to mention was that the compatibility thing, only newer devices. So iPhone actually didn't release a device that was compatible with the 6 gigahertz network until 2022, which I found kind of interesting. And Android, I have an iPhone, but Android wins on this one. They actually released a phone that was compatible in 2021. Just fun fact. The coverage, Deco says, so this is also some marketing math like we talked about earlier. Deco says it can cover up to 5,800 square feet with 2 nodes. So I kind of broke this down using not girl math, not marketing math, but a little bit of that Chat GPT math.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Crazy.
So what that really means, 5,800 square feet with 2 nodes, what that breaks down to is actually a 30-foot radius. So basically, if this was broadcasting in my brain, how this Wi-Fi broadcasts, you have your antennas, they're broadcasting out, and I picture kind of like a circle.
Yep.
So it's like broadcasting out, and it's going in a 30-foot radius. So out from wherever your unit is. So if this was our unit and it's broadcasting out, you can walk 30 feet this way and you're still going to have connection. You can walk 30 feet this way, you're still going to have connection. Now as you go out further, the worse your connection is going to get, but 30 feet. In this device, the Deco can support up to 200 plus devices. So it's a slight step up. Most households are probably not going to be dealing with 200, but you have it there. If for instance, if you had a Lutron lighting system, you could easily eat up 100 of those devices just on your lighting, depending on how many switches you have. And with my experience, as long as there's no obstacles, I feel like the range of 30 feet is actually a little high. So 30 feet I think would be kind of a stretch on my experience. I would probably recommend cutting that down a little bit so that way you get more coverage or like a higher speed continuously.
And that doesn't cover like the 2.456. Probably it's like 30 feet, 2.4.
Yeah, the 30 feet is probably on one of the lower bands. The 6 probably is going to struggle even more with that 30 feet. Yeah.
And also, this does have an advanced IoT network. Security. Yeah, so basically, like you were talking about, all those Lutron lights, if you need something to put it on, it has a separate network for all of those.
Nice.
Which basically enhances the IoT security. Oh gosh. It has enhanced IoT security protections for smart device from hackers and anyone trying to get on the device, and that network to go ahead and just do a little bit of snooping, which we don't like snoopers, except for Snoop Dogg.
Snoopy knows Snoopy.
Yeah, Snoopy knows Snoopy unless it's Snoop or
or
Camp Snoopy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and so what's our next one, Austin?
So our next one, which by far is my personal favorite, but non-biased opinion, maybe slightly biased. So this one is Ubiquiti. Ubiquiti. You heard me. Ubiquiti. This device also has 3 bands. So in this device,
So this one's bands on bands on bands.
Where you've got the bands, the bands, the bands. And this is specifically the Dream Router 7.
So it's your dream?
It could be your dream, actually, if you wanted. I mean, if you'd have it. But it has the tri-band. We're not going to spend too much time because I feel like we have a pretty good understanding on what the different bands
And if
do.
you don't, you haven't been listening.
Yeah, so that's on you.
Rewatch it.
Yeah, go ahead and turn it down to 1x speed. Get off the 2.5x speed.
Ooh, call
slow
out.
Slow her down, rewind, and then pay attention a little better because that's on you. So the range, we talked about that. The speed, it's all going to be the same as the Deco. And the, let's see. So the coverage on this one is 1,750 square feet.
So less than the...
So this one is actually, it's saying less than the Deco. But like I said earlier, I feel like the Deco was kind of like maybe running their numbers a little high. Like, well, it's
So you're
still
saying-
connected.
Yeah, you're saying
It's still connected.
the Deco's a deck don't?
I don't know yet. I mean, I think it still has its place.
Okay, yeah.
But this one also, they specifically worded the distance of coverage that it was basically more of like their opinion as the product manufacturer. That it was basically that it may vary in real life scenarios, which I like
makes
that
sense,
Ubiquiti
yeah.
actually
That makes
was
sense.
like, hey, this is
If
this
you got
is what
brick.
we found, like, but it may vary depending on what your house is made out of. So
you believe their numbers a little more since they said that?
I believed it more, but I also do believe the numbers more because this is actually the router that I use in my house.
Oh.
Yeah, so, and I did spend a little bit of time choosing which one I wanted. And I will say that the 20-foot mark, once you hit that, you're not getting the same speed as you would if you're in the 5-foot mark. But that's expected when you're dealing with a wireless connection.
Yes.
So I would agree with their 20-foot. I feel like you still do have a decent amount of coverage at that 20-foot mark. The other cool thing about this device is it can actually have up to 300 plus devices on its network.
Okay, so more than the Deco. Okay,
So,
gotcha.
which is, I would say is kind of cool because once you get, the more devices that you can have, the more opportunities for use that device can actually have. So I would say with this device, you're kind of breaking through the residential to a light commercial realm.
Yeah.
Because of
Getting
the
to the
amount of
ampere-
device. Yeah. So I think it's for like a small business, this would also be a good device.
Okay.
Which is
So big homes and small businesses.
yeah, or small homes. I mean, I have a small home.
Ooh.
So I mean, it works well with the small home.
Yeah.
But I mean, you saw our house though. I mean, my house, it was like what, 8,000 square foot. I mean, it's not huge. There was like
But it still works
6
in there.
bedrooms, 4 baths.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. I only have a 900 square foot house.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
No. 9,000. You forgot the 0.
9,000. So I thought that was kind of cool. And then the other notable features that this router has is it actually comes with a built-in 64 gigabyte memory card, and it's pre-installed.
And what does the memory do?
you can use it for Unify security equipment. So this device not only is a router, but it is also works as a network video recorder.
An NVR?
Yep. So you can
Damn.
actually have your cameras store footage directly to that device. Kind of cool. The other thing that it's kind of cool that it has is it actually has a PoE port, which for those who don't know, PoE is power over Ethernet. So it's basically one wire is giving you connectivity to the internet, and it's also powering the device.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's kind of cool, which actually allows you to scale with this product on its own.
What do you mean?
You could plug a camera into this.
Oh,
and
so
you
this is
could
like your
have it-
starter.
Yeah, this would be a great little starter networking build.
Yeah.
Be like a great little starter unit for you to start up your own little home network if you wanted.
Okay.
And with that PoE port, you can actually add an additional access point. So
Yeah.
you could actually have that router work as your single broadcasting unit, and then you can add with that PoE port a secondary broadcasting node, we could call it, node or antenna or satellite unit, you could, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
That's actually broadcasting that Wi-Fi, so you get more coverage.
Okay.
Faster speeds over a larger area. And then the last notable item that this unit had was the SPF port. So you can actually use this special port here to get up to 10 gigs of speed.
And is that like your fiber port, or is that?
You could, it can connect over fiber, or you could buy an SPF port that actually you could connect over Ethernet.
Wow. Okay.
But you'd want to make sure that the SPF jack that you buy is rated for what you're wanting to use it for.
Nice. Okay.
Because they do have different ratings. So you'd want to, and we'd always recommend buying it from the manufacturer of the device, so in this case Ubiquiti. So we'd recommend that. So Isaac, what did you think of the Unify one? Just like, what did you think in general?
Oh, actually, like in general?
Yeah.
I think that's if they're all about the same, I would say if you're going to go ahead and get a router, mesh, or whatever you want to call it, I think that the Ubiquiti system's a really good start, because you used to have to buy a cloud key, which would be your, your security system stuff or your remote access.
Yeah.
Then you would have to have a different router. Then you'd be able to start doing your Ubiquiti stuff.
Yeah.
That's 3 things. And that would cost, if I remember correctly, the cloud key was like $499. And then you're going to get your router, which is $299. And then you get your AP, which is another $299. So that's like $1,000. And now it's what?
$279.
Wow. Yeah, no. I think for the bang for your buck, if you want to go in the future for all that, I think it's great.
Right.
Yeah.
And then what about like the Deco and the Eero? Did you?
So I'm not saying I'm playing favorites, but I am. I've installed the Deco the most. So I just kind of like how simple it is. And all of the things, a lot of the things that people ask me for, the Deco usually has.
That makes sense.
And also, Eero is owned by Amazon, so I already give Amazon enough of my money.
That makes sense.
So
that makes sense. At this point, though, do you think that the Deco or the Ubiquiti Dream Router? I mean, which one are you interested in one more than the other now, though, after talking about this stuff? Or you're like, I'm not convinced yet?
No. You know what? It depends. Here's I know nuance, guys. I know you guys hate it. If someone's trying to extend their things, I probably would still go for the Deco.
Okay.
Just because they. Question. Wait. Hold on. Nuance.
Question.
Are you able to have a extender mesh piece with this Ubiquiti thing? That would change my answer a lot.
You definitely could.
Okay.
You could. So the Ubiquiti system, on its own, the Dream Router,
Yep.
is very easy to set up.
Yep.
Very easy. Now, when you go to add another device,
Okay.
they do have instructions on it, but it does not set up as easy as the Deco or the Eero.
Gotcha.
So it's not as plug and play, but it is still very doable for someone that has minimal knowledge around networking or audio video.
So, my answer. That gave me my answer. My answer is if you're trying to extend or need a little bit more juice, I would still go for the Deco.
Okay.
But if you just need a little something and you're like, hey, my Wi-Fi is good right now and I'm looking to grow in the future, it's so much better just to get the Dream Router 7. Especially if you just want to try something. Because a lot of people don't want to go, if you go for the Deco 3 band, I think that's $899 for all three because it's $200 per and then you get a little discount.
Yeah. Something like that.
So, yeah, I think it's so much better for the Dream Router 7. As like if I had to choose one and all Wi-Fi was like everyone was good with Wi-Fi, definitely the Dream Router 7.
Okay. And then I guess just an overall little quick summary here to our honorable mention, the Eero 7, because I mean based off of what we just talked about.
Hey, we're getting copyright strike.
The Eero 7 is a solid entry-level Wi-Fi 7 mesh option. It's budget-friendly and integrates seamlessly with Amazon Alexa's ecosystem. It offers good coverage and mesh capabilities for typical homes.
And can I add something here?
Yeah.
We don't have Netgear, TP-Link. Actually,
Yeah, these are only
TP-Link is
three
Deco.
options.
TP-Link is Deco.
Yep.
But what I'm saying is,
There are other options
Netgear
out there.
would definitely. I mean, sorry, Eero definitely beats like a lot of Netgear stuff. I think so.
Okay.
He said.
Them's five words.
Yeah, he said. I don't believe that.
And
Opinion.
Deco, and specifically we had the Eero 7, the Deco BE63. A setup, the Deco BE63 is a setup with tri-band performance, that's great. It delivers strong speeds at close range and offering multiple multi-gig Ethernet ports. That's a plus. And it's great for high bandwidth environments on a budget. So if you're balling on a budget, the Decos, it's all, for all you ballers out there, dude.
Your shot callers.
And then the Dream Router 7 is a powerful. I'm honestly getting choked up right now just thinking about how powerful.
Because that's your baby at home.
Yeah, it is a powerful all-in-one router with Wi-Fi 7, 10 gigabyte, and 2.5 gigabyte ports. PoE, and it's got a built-in Unify app integration. So it integrates with Unify. Imagine that. A Unify router that integrates with the Unify app. Incredible.
How did they even think about this stuff?
This is incredible. And that app in itself is for managing your network and security cameras and whatever kind of Unify devices you have. It's compact, fast, and ideal for advanced homes or small business setups.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's our little breakdown.
So here's the thing, guys. If you would like to go ahead and try the Dream Router 7, if you live in Portland, Oregon, in the metro area, we are giving a trial to 5 homeowners for the Dream Router 7. This includes installation, setup, pickup, and drop-off of existing rental equipment.
Wait, hold on.
All free for
All free?
for 30 days.
Where was this deal when I got mine?
So that means
Or
basically
is
you
that
get
a conflict of interest?
yeah, that's a conflict.
Okay.
You basically go ahead and get a free router for that's worth $279, an installation worth $299, pickup and drop off of your rental router because that costs $15 a month, so saving you that too, and 24-hour support, which we do.
Not me.
No, you're right. Well, sometimes y'all.
I only talk to Google Ads and Yelp.
But yeah, basically, call now because we only have 5 slots available at 503-506-0586. One more time, that's 503-506-0586. And that is the Vlara experience.